Jameis Winston, that's what they brought him in for. He has a live arm. It is a big arm.
That out last year, learned from Sean Payton, learned from Drew Brees. I think he's going to have a tremendous season with a better offensive line and one of the great play callers we've ever covered.
I think this was the best situation he could have fallen into.
Basically sat out and learned last season as he steps into it and finds his man. First down catch out near the 40, and that's Marquez Callaway for 14.
Look at the protection, first of all, that Jameis Winston is afforded, and he's able to sit in there. His first read he doesn't like. He comes right off it to his second read. Nice progressional read by him, and delivers a perfect football.
Winston takes it and picks up another first down.
I mean, he had 30 interceptions. I think the year off was what he needed.
Great protection, breaks down, there he goes. Plenty of room for Winston. He slides down near the 30 to the 29. And for the Saints for Winston.
Well, they're manned up across the board, and so Jameis Winston, not an overly fast guy. He's really not known for his running, but yet we've seen now a couple times on this opening drive. When it's been there, he's taken it. So they go man coverage. Nobody is accounting for Jameis Winston. He recognizes it and
signed with Green Bay. Looked good in the preseason. They cut him loose. Picked up by the Saints, and Sean Payton went to work with him. Kamara on first down. Gets knocked down by Amos for a gain of 3.
You know, we talked about Jameis Winston and what it was like.
You look at Jameis Winston, a quarterback from New Orleans. He has Harris. Deontay Harris to the 37 of the Packers for 17.
Watch Deontay Harris. This is an outstanding route. I mean, he just completely turns around Kevin King, and Deontay Harris, a lot of people think he's somewhat of a novelty because he's a return man and he can flat out fly, but he's not just a speed guy. He's showing around to the football.
He's got Zadarius Smith out on the field right now. Winston to his right. Gonna run and get it to the 25. 6'4", 231 pounds, and the 27-year-old gets his third first down on the ground of the game.
Big runs already here in the early going, and he goes and gets it. And I mean, he knew exactly what he needed to do. He knew how important this third down was to pick it up and keep the drive alive with a chance for a touchdown, and lowers his shoulder and does it.
Good protection again. Pass is caught. And we'll see what they give him. Looked like he got it. What a catch by Kamara on not a good throw, and it might be enough for a first down.
Yeah, this is what gets Winston in trouble some. That's an outstanding job of Kamara, just being able to make the catch. It is enough for a first down. It should have been a lot easier than what it was.
Filled a lot already. 6 first downs on this drive. Little push pass to Kamara. He is in for the touchdown.
They run this to the short side of the field. Look at all the pursuit that the Packers have, all the bodies that are over there to that one side, and yet he's able to get it across to the Packers, change momentum.
They're going to go. Winston drops it off. That's Juwan Johnson, and he's got it. Tight end screen.
To Juwan Johnson, who got moved to tight end this offseason, and he leaks out after showing that he's going to stay in protection, and they pick that up easily.
First and goal. Winston. Pass is caught out on the edge by Ty Montgomery. Packers on their heels. Winston keeps. Throws and caught for the touchdown. Johnson. To Juwan Johnson this time for the touchdown.
Well, they go 3 tight ends, one lined up at fullback, and with pressure, Juwan Johnson The newest tight end, who I said was a wide receiver a year ago, he goes up and makes the grab. First game as an NFL pro.
And then return at 33 yards. Here's Winston. Pass is caught by Troutman in a nice tackle immediately.
A lot of good things that he's done, good decisions, but the play around him's been excellent.
Good protection again. Pass is caught. That's Troutman. And he's able to get it to midfield for 4. Here's today's down.
And let him try to pick this up or get it into the end zone.
He's turned loose and touchdown, Hogan.
Patience that he shows in the pocket. It's him, the threat of running the ball, that kind of gives the lane then for Hogan. You can see from the cable cam shot here, as Winston works back up into the pocket, the threat of him running pulls up defenders enough that allows him to throw it in behind it.
And 2nd and goal. We'll go back to that play in just a moment. A non-interception. Here's Winston wide open. Touchdown, Johnson. His 2nd. And Juwan Johnson has 2.
Well, these two, because of the rub, they run into each other, and Juwan Johnson is just left wide open. And how about these touchdowns?
On 2nd down, aired out, Deontay Harris. He's got it. Touchdown. Another for Winston.
I think as a defensive back, Joe, it gets to a point where you just don't think the quarterback can throw the ball far enough. Deontay Harris, this guy can fly. And he gets down the field, and Kevin King just finally gives up a little bit and thinks, well, can he really get there? He gets a little bit soft, and there goes Deontay Harris all the way down the field, and Jameis Winston lays it out there beautifully, and that's some of what they hadn't been able to take advantage of last year with his speed. And might I add, another undrafted free agent in Deontay Harris.
And for Jameis Winston, ties his career high with 5 touchdown passes, and the Saints' first big play of the game.
Rule, of course, coach there. 2.5 sacks for him this season as that pass is caught. Slipping a tackle. It's Harris who had the healthy return. Jameis Winston, 7th season, drafted #1 overall by the Buccaneers out of Florida State. Getting a chance, a second chance to become a starter after he was discarded by Tampa Bay. Sat patiently, and Sean Payton said, hey, it's only 1 game. He's done what we've asked him to do. We've got a long way to go here.
But you saw those numbers, 5 touchdowns, and just the yardage total was not great, right? That's the efficiency he has to understand.
First charge timeout, New Orleans.
A very 3rd and long year.
Kamara slipping tackles, knocked down short of midfield. It's 4th down. Yeah, the crowd, over 70,000 sold out. Great having fans back, and they're hollering here in Charlotte. The Carolina defense making things difficult on Winston in this offense. Pressure again on Jameis on the run. A wobbly pass caught, brought down at the 16 is Marquez Callaway. Yeah, this Panther defense played so well. They had 6 sacks in the opener from 6 different players. Already have 1 today.
So they kind of get a feel for how Carolina is going to play him today.
Will we see Taysom Hill at quarterback and running the football? Only had a few snaps at quarterback in the opener. Winston has time, and on the move completes Chris Hogan with a first down and a big play for the Saints up across the 43-yard line. That kind of movement and comfort level with Jameis Winston is something we saw last week.
Yeah, and this is one of the things that I thought was the big difference. When Drew Brees was there, he could slide and climb in the pocket and find a throwing lane better than anybody I've seen. I mean, he was a magician back there. Jameis is different. He's climbing up into that A gap. He's climbing up into that B gap in the center of that offensive line. He's got the ball pumped and ready to go, but is he going to run? Is he going to tuck it and run, or is he going to throw it down the field? That's going to be a challenge for the Panthers. Here's a big test for Jameis Winston. Can he stay patient right here and make a good decision in this situation? 10-0, 3rd and long. Don't press this.
Deep drop by the safeties all the way back at the 40 of Carolina. He goes underneath, knocked down and called down. Kamara inside the 45 on its 4th down.
Now they got some swagger at the corner here for Carolina now. You talk about Dante Jackson and J.C. Horn. There's some confidence on the corners here for Carolina.
J.C. Horn, son of Joe Horn, the Saints receiver. Great play calls on offense. That was a great play call by the Panther defense. 2nd and 19. Underneath to Kamara, but 2 Panthers are there, and he's brought down. Another one joins. Jermaine Carter and Justin Burris. It'll bring up another 3rd down.
All right, take away the biggest threat. Put a double team on Alvin Kamara in that situation. You know that they're going to try to feature him, and he'll be primary there. And they had inside out with 2 defenders on Alvin Kamara in that direction.
Right. There was no eligible receiver there. There was an offensive lineman. All right, so they did switch that. Mike was all over it here. 2 timeouts. Now it's a minute 22 and counting. And from the pocket, dumped off. It's Marquez Callaway. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Still 2 timeouts. Clock running here. Yeah. Need to get all the way to the 47 of Carolina.
Now let's see if they start really milking this clock too, because the Carolina Panthers don't have any timeouts. They elected to not use their timeout and let the 10 seconds come off. Are they going to watch this play clock and take it down to 3 and 2 and just leave Carolina with as little time as they possibly can?
Winston's got the big arm. He's trying to wind up and throw, and does right at the 1st down marker, and moving upfield spinning is little Jordan Humphrey. 1st down and a timeout New Orleans at the 40 of the Panthers.
Again, there's the dilemma that Jameis Winston poses to this defense as he's climbing in the pocket. Down the field, little Jordan Humphrey coming from the outside. Nice job working back to the football. And here's Jameis climbing up in that pocket. Is he going to run? Is he going to tuck it and run? You know, there was a lot of space for him there to maybe press it towards that 1st down marker, but he pulls up and gets a nice delivery down the field to little Jordan Humphrey.
Yeah.
The New Orleans run game. That was something I thought that Jameis Winston could lean on today if all of a sudden those edge rushers became a problem.
I think Jameis Winston thought that as well. Tony Jones Jr. in the backfield with Winston, who has a moment here on the move. He's signaling he's going to keep it, take a hit inside the 35-yard line. Shaq Thompson, who led the Panthers in tackles in week 1, gets one there. You know, Winston was telling me that Sean Payton instilled in him confirmation of your decision. As Jameis said, I'm never going to fear taking a risk, but I will have to take, at least in New Orleans under this staff, calculated risks.
Well, he should have confirmed a little bit sooner right there to tuck the ball and get down the field and protect himself, because he took a big hit from Shaq Thompson.
And down to 8-7 counting. Winston rolling, throwing, catch made at the goal line. It's Ty Montgomery, but he's a little bit short as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Panthers have dominated this game for 3 quarters. But the flip from Winston to Montgomery puts the Saints right at the goal line as we head to the 4th, 3rd and goal for Winston. And the Saints can run it or throw it. He's going to keep and into the end zone, and that's a Saints touchdown.
Now you got to be careful when you play that type of coverage down here in the red zone. We saw with Taysom Hill earlier getting it down inside the 5. And kind of the same thing here with Jameis Winston. Watch, everybody's going to go man-to-man. Justin Burris is right here. He's going to be the one guy that has an opportunity to kind of recover and make a play, but everybody's got their back turned to Jameis Winston. He recognizes it, doesn't hesitate that time. This is what he did last week against Green Bay. He was very decisive when he was going to run the ball. He's got it up there. He's pump faking you to back you up, but he was going to run.
He ran 6 times for 37 yards last week in the win over Green Bay. He runs it in for the Saints' first score after it looked like they had put themselves in a deeper hole at 17-7. That's been an entertaining game to watch. The goal is to head home to New Orleans and play against the Giants in their own building on October the 3rd. Winston dumps it off with room for Kamara. Deeper drops for the Carolina Panthers. We just expected more from Kamara, but the Panthers made sure that he didn't put up any big numbers, and he usually does against this team.
All three of those teams. So can they get to that bye at 4-1 and start to get their guys healthy, get their guys back in the lineup? Daniel Onyemata will be back off of suspension. You get some guys healthier.
Like we had some ringers out there on the cornhole.
Good, man. Jameis Winston starts this drive from the 31. With a toss to Alvin Kamara. Some space behind Taysom Hill and another surge for good yardage. Pressure off the edge. Winston delivers past the sticks and it's caught by Harris. It's a first down on a gain of 12 when they needed 10.
Really nice. Just a little curl route right here, and Jameis Winston just driving the football. He's watching this side of the field all the way. Look at him. He never takes his eyes off, steps up, and now watch it. Let it eat. Bam, on the curl right there to Harris. Beautifully executed by Jameis.
Some first checks in at left tackle. Remember, Cesar Ruiz is starting again at center. Fresh set of downs and a play action for Jameis Winston. And he's got an open man in the middle of the field. Caught there by Kenny Stills. Welcome back to the Saints. 118th career game for Stills, 32nd with New Orleans.
Well, you got two receivers. You're going to run clear out. You're going to run, coming back inside. Watch, pounding foot back into the inside. Open up that hole in zone. Jameis Winston on target. That's two deep throws on the sideline right now that he has had to just really let one eat, and he's been perfect, 2 for 2 on those throws.
Extra man rushing. Kamara's in. Touchdown, New Orleans. And Jameis Winston, calm in the face of pressure, delivering to what should be his top target.
Well, you'll never get an easier one than that for Jameis Winston and Alvin Kamara. I mean, right here, you've got him just running this little Texas route, and watch Van Noy. I think he believes he's got inside help right here. Where's my inside help? Well, my inside help is gone, and that is an easy touchdown. Like I said, you'll never find an easier one than that. Van Noy looking for that inside bracket.
When we talk about execution against New England's defense, the word that we heard a lot from the Saints was precision, because that's how precise New England's defense is. That was a very impressive 11-play march down the field. Winston to Kamara for 6 and 7 and the lead.
Not to pick up. This is textbook right now for protecting Jameis.
Winston will drop back with protection towards the sticks. It is caught. And Marquez Callaway is going to be marked just shy, seemingly. We'll see. Nope, they're going to put him past the sticks. Caught it past the sticks and was driven back in front of J.C. Jackson. So now the Saints have more first downs in this first quarter than they had all of last week in Carolina.
Yeah, just in that last drive alone, they already had 3 first downs passing. They had 3 all last week. So, I mean, they are on schedule right now as an offense.
That much farther down the list. His 15th year as the head coach of New Orleans. Off the backside, Winston got rid of it before the pressure got there, and Tony Jones Jr. goes tumbling out after a 9-yard gain.
We talked about protection, right? Now you're motioning a tight end across the formation to help your left tackle because you lost your left tackle earlier in Terron Armstead. So just smart right there, throw it just behind the sticks and stay in a 3rd down and manageable situation.
Winston with time, checks it down, and Jones tumbles ahead to the 37 as we check in with Kurt Menefee with the game break. Kurt. On 3rd down and goal, fake to Kamara.
Pressure in the backfield. Winston launches a dangerous one. Callaway came down with it. The ruling for the moment was touchdown. We'll have to check the penalty flag as well.
Well, it's on New England. It's either going to be a hold or PI holding.
Defense, number 31. That penalty is declined. Result of play, touchdown.
First career touchdown for Marquez Callaway. Winston just lofted it up there, and it's picked up by his receiver.
Well, here it is right here, Callaway, and you want to talk about continuing to fight through a play. Here you get grabbed, you go to the ground, pop back up, stay on your route, and go make a play. And these are the plays that oftentimes get Winston in trouble.
Yes.
Those are the plays that get intercepted. Those are the plays that are mistake plays.
A 14-0 start, and what a big swing. The interception by Williams, thrown by Jones, helped set up first down and goal for New Orleans. And this is the play. We saw this last week at Carolina.
Right.
Winston just, now granted, different part of the field, but he launched it away, and it ended up as an interception. This ended up in the hands somehow of Callaway for his first NFL touchdown.
Right, as a coaching staff, you're screaming as soon as he goes to throw that. No! And then you're like, way to go!
Great play, guys.
Right, but you know, you've got to coach that up, and you've got to coach that out of him at some point. Don't give the ball away. But that one worked out perfectly for him.
And a 14-0 start. New England did use a touch-up. Bentley out of Purdue, Ruiz out of Michigan.
Yeah.
On second down, they fake the screen, now deliver it to Kamara in space. And he's trying to beat Jones, and Jonathan Jones was trying to force him out. Ends up doing it right near the sticks, and it's good enough for a first down for Kamara and New Orleans.
Wow, you have it. I mean, you're just playing zone right there. And I mean, Kamara, Jones stops his feet. One thing you can't do on Kamara, I mean, it's almost like a special teams play. When he's out there, you got to come hell-bent for election and make him change direction. You stop your feet. Alvin Kamara is so quick. He's so dynamic. You stop your feet, he's going to be gone in a flash. Take it back the other direction. That's where you've got to stop making those type of plays.
Take Callaway here, and he's run out of bounds by J.C. Jackson. The defensive play to make sure he did not get the sticks. It'll be fourth down and about 2 right at midfield.
Just another man coverage opportunity. Watch him just start digging. Stays on top. Look at him dig. I got to get there. Bam! And knocks him out of bounds. Really nice job of not just chasing Heaver, but running to a point. You know the route. You know what's happening. Look at the defense, understand they're in man-to-man, get their best pick route concept right now. Here it is.
3rd and 7. Winston past the sticks, and he connects. Deontay Harris with a key catch to move the chains near the 40-yard line. Made the grab in front of Jalen Mills for a dozen.
Well, anytime you're getting a bunch right here, a bunch formation, you know you're trying to beat man coverage right here. You see them pick them out. Little out route by Harris for the first down. Really nice throw to the sideline by Jameis Winston.
First down and a couple of drives for New Orleans. 8 minutes to play.
Does for you in pass pro. It's what it does for you in the play action game that's really paying dividends right now.
Tony Jones is in. Winston out to Harris and close to a first down. They will put him right at the 38. Gain of 7 on the play. Move the chains, and it's a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 39.
From the 41 off the fake to Kamara. Catch is made by Taysom Hill. Hill crosses midfield and picks up another Saints first down.
Taysom Hill, everyone's used to seeing him as a quarterback. There was a quarterback battle in training camp. Jameis Winston gets the nod, but Taysom Hill is just a football player. That's what Sean said. He's not just a decoy when he's out there. They're going to get him the ball in space. They're going to use him in blocking because he's a really good football player. You see the athleticism as he gets out in the open and gets the first down.
Taysom Hill does so many things for this Saints squad.
See Kamara going out in motion.
Saints empty the backfield, 2nd down and 7. Winston complete, it's Harris. Deontay Harris has a New Orleans first down to the Giants. 36, a gain of 9.
Yeah, they better be careful because Deontay Harris is lightning quick, and you get, every time I see him touch the ball, I hold my breath because he's explosion. Those first 3 steps, he gets out of there, and you're like, uh-oh, he could take it the distance. So be very, very mindful if I'm a Giants defender about this guy. Really fast.
Went to the Pro Bowl as a returner 2 seasons ago.
Those speed guys always scared me, Kenny. And boy, both quarterbacks, Eli Manning, Drew Brees, just had a whale of a time on those defenses.
Saints have entered Giants territory on each of their first 2 possessions. Came away with nothing. Pass caught by Deontay Harris. As we take you back to November.
Is what's going to be a work in progress.
2nd and 10 off the fake to Kamara. This is Harris. Goes to 45. First down and more. Logan Ryan finally brings him down in Giants territory. So Harris able to pick up 18.
And Harris is doing what's called a fly motion, going across the field. They kind of lose track of him, right? Alvin Kamara is up the gut. Everyone knows about him. But I'm telling you, he is a playmaker. He is always 1 foot in the ground and out the gate for a touchdown. Something special.
His 3rd catch today.
Yellow 20.
Saints must get to the Giants 37, and they will not, thanks to the tackle made by Adoree Jackson. You could not find a yo-yo in New Orleans. Sean Payton and his staff brought the ball up. Catch made by Deontay Harris. And Harris picks up the Saints' first down.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a yo-yo team. This hasn't been bad for the Saints offensively. It's just that they haven't capitalized when they get across the 50. Low in yards offensively, that'll set you back about 8 weeks.
Winston moving to his right. Catch is made in Giants territory by the New Jersey native, 2-time Super Bowl champ with the Patriots. Down to Sarah.
Interceptions or fumbles, we can win.
3rd down and 2. Winston's pass is caught for a first down by the tight end, Juwan Johnson. So the Saints move the chains, gain of 5.
And Jameis Winston raved about Juwan Johnson. He's the guy, converted wide receiver, now a tight end. He's a guy that he wants to have matched up against the safeties. He feels like he has the speed to break away from him, as you saw that under route, and he has the ability and the size to body out those safeties for those catches. He thinks he's due for a breakout game, so we'll see what happens. Let's see if they stretch it upfield.
10th play of the drive, 3rd down and 9. Must get to the Giants 29 for a first down as Winston throws, and a diving catch is made by Ty Montgomery for a Saints first down, 19 yards, longest play of the day for this Saints offense.
And that's what they needed, Kenny. Ty Montgomery running what's called an over route. He just basically takes the inside position and runs away from his coverage and the safety. And that diving catch, that was what was needed for the Saints offense.
Down in 6. Winston from the shotgun. Winston throws, end zone, touchdown, Juwan Johnson. Jameis Winston has completed his last 7 pass attempts. The touchdown of the season for the New Jersey native, Juwan Johnson. The extra point is good. Saints have tied things up 7 apiece.
Juwan Johnson's on the outside and finally gets one-on-one with Jabril Peppers. And I tell you, Jameis Winston, first option, he stares him down, and what a move. That stick at the top freezes Jabril Peppers. The one-on-one that he wanted, him against the safety, that is a mismatch, and Juwan Johnson exploits it. Great throw, great catch, and Saints tied this game up.
Juwan Johnson with 6 receptions this season. He's reached the end zone 3 times.
And he said he was due for a breakout game. That's what Jameis said. As we see Logan Ryan looking. Now, it wasn't his fault. You can try and lean that way, but that's going to be a tough cover for Jabril Peppers. If they continue to do that one-on-one, him against Juwan, I see Juwan winning that most of the time.
From their 25-yard line. Taysom Hill on the field as well.
Yeah.
Off the fake to Kamara. Winston with time. Fires downfield. And the catch is made by Marquez Callaway. In Giants territory. Biggest play of the day for the Saints. 58 yards.
What a setup. Mark goes all the way. Look at the speed. Runs right by James Bradbury. Runs right by the secondary. And Jameis Winston, that's what they brought him in for. He has a live arm. It is a big arm. Gets the ball, puts it right in the bucket. I mean, that's as good as the Russell Wilson throws that we see and the Aaron Rodgers throws that we see. Right after they say they need chunk plays, they go right over the top of the defense. The other side.
Callaway to the sidelines. 1st and 10 from the Giants 17. Winston complete. And taking it down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line, it's Chris Hogan.
Yeah, dragging a couple defenders. Adoree Jackson went along for the ride.
He led the league over 5,000 passing yards, but also threw 30 interceptions. 3rd down and 2. Winston in trouble, chased by Dexter Lawrence. Now he throws and he finds Montgomery wide open. And he picks up a 1st down and more to the Giants' 45-yard line, a 22-yard catch and run.
And the defensive front, they're getting the pressure. It's a 4-man rush. You see Azeez Ojulari, he's pressing the pocket on Ryan Ramczyk. Dexter Lawrence almost gets there, and Jameis Winston eyes downfield the whole time. Rips it in there to Ty Montgomery for the 1st down. You mentioned the 5,000 yards. I honestly believe, after talking with him, that he doesn't want that much pressure on.
Right.
Don't. Don't get me wrong, he's a competitor, he wants to win, but I think it was too much pressure for him.
Fake toss. Winston has completed 10 in a row. Looking to make it 11. He does. Touchdown. But there are 2 flags. Kenny Stills makes the catch, but it's coming back.
Holding. Offense. Number 82. 10-yard penalty. It's down.
Adam Troutman, the tight end, flag for the hold.
Adam Troutman is on the edge. He's going against the best defender for the Giants in Leonard Williams. As Leonard Williams, he's converting from run to pass. Gets off him and, oh yeah, almost like a wrestling move to take him down.
He's ready for Friday Night SmackDown.
Yeah, he is ready for Friday Night SmackDown.
64.
We've talked about the miscues and opportunities for the Giants. That's one for the Saints. There's only so many times you can run that type of play because the safeties now are aware of it and they're going to back up even more. Downfield. There you go.
We've seen the 2 big plays.
And the fans do sound like that too.
Yes.
That's how they sound.
You've been listening to Too Much Sports Talk Radio. Catch made out at the 31 by Callaway for a Saints 1st down.
I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't.
Right. How about Jameis Winston? 12 straight completions.
Jameis Winston has also had time. Look at how clean that pocket was for him. Marquez Callaway sits in the zone. Easy throw and catch. It looks like 7-on-7. You got pressure, stand tall in the pocket, boom, deliver a strike.
Down to 5.5 remaining. Ball back.
Yeah, I'd be shocked, and I'm watching all of the secondary. They're back here now because there's no way that you allow for a good completion.
Winston swings it out. This is Harris. Tackled at 46-yard line.
Right guard. Second and 10. Winston delivers over the middle. That is Alvin Kamara.
Getting a first down, 60% of the time they've converted on third down. They have to do better. Usually, and most of the time, it's been tackling has been the issue.
Taysom Hill, long setback on 3rd and 6. Winston delivers. That's a first down play. Kenny Stills elevated from the Saints practice squad for a 3rd straight week. It's a pickup and a first down.
Spiro, you continue to see that against this Washington defense. The slants going right into the linebackers, not afraid of those linebackers. It's been the weakness of this team, the linebacking core. You don't have Bostic today. Can they cover these backs and those receivers when they're coming in and make the tackle short of the sticks? He's at the bottom of the screen. I really like him and what they've been doing with him.
Winston's going to take another chance. Wide open is his man. It's Harris, and he is in. Touchdown.
I said it before the play started. Here's Deontay Harris. Have a lot of weapons. He just runs a post, but he's got unbelievable speed and quickness. Just a straight post down the middle. Miscommunication by that defense, and you can't let the fastest guy in the field beat you deep. Jameis Winston puts the ball where it needs to be, and that's a huge play for this offense after the interception.
Landon Collins, the all-pro safety, was in coverage, and Deontay Harris, 72 yards on a bomb by Jameis Winston. And that is the kind of fearlessness you want from your quarterback. You throw a pick early, he comes right back and finds his speedster, Harris. And the Saints have their first lead. Winston and company begin from the 25 on first down. A check down toss. This is Kamara, so dangerous once he gets into that kind of space and going downhill. Excellent drive starter for the Saints. He picks up 20.
No targets for Alvin Kamara. It was shocking after the game when you saw that. And these are the kind of plays that I think they went back and they looked at that Giants game, having a lead, instead of running the ball as much as they did late in that game. Kind of these kind of plays. A couple of screens, getting the ball to Alvin Kamara in space, and just giving him an opportunity to make plays.
Kendall Fuller, and of course William Jackson. Winston back to the air. This is Taysom Hill. First contribution from Hill as a first down on the catch and run. As he becomes a bigger piece for the Saints offense. Winston's pass, this will be a first down and more. Marquez Callaway had the big 58-yard catch last week. That's a pickup of 10 and another much-needed first down for the Saints.
That was interesting that Jameis said he spent a ton of time last year working with Callaway and Deontay Harris and Juwan Johnson, who made the transition from receiver to tight end, doing the scout team last year. And that has helped them in their transition. This is an offense and a quarterback who's trying to understand how to move the ball effectively, how to protect the ball, which is what Sean Payton wants them to do until they get their weapons back. Jackson just lowered his head and made helmet-to-helmet contact, and you want to see those plays gone from the game.
We saw Trevor Siemian, the number 2 quarterback, on that sideline. Second down pass. Here's Kamara. Has some open green grass in front of him. This will be a first down run and more. And
trying to throw to the sideline. Cody Parkey's long is 54 yards in his career.
Here's Winston, just going to take his shot, throwing towards the end zone, and it is caught! My goodness! Touchdown! Winston's prayer is answered. It's Callaway. 49 yards on a Hail Mary from Winston.
Wow, what a play. Look at Callaway elevate and go up and high point and just secure that ball. Nobody from Washington jumps up and tries to knock that ball away. They're so hesitant to call pass interference on plays like that, but nobody went up to try to knock the ball away. Callaway just elevates and goes up and catches the ball. If you're Washington, how are we losing this game?
Unbelievable. So Jameis Winston with touchdown and 49. And oh, by the way, committed 2 turnovers in the half.
That was
unbelievable. As we reach halftime.
A lot of missed opportunities. Pressure on Jameis Winston. Time for Alvin Kamara to take over.
Saints begin at their own 25-yard line. There's Kamara inching closer to the 30. Again, just fascinating. Play action from Winston on 2nd and 7. This one is caught. That's Callaway. As he now steps into even bigger shoes with the injury to Deontay Harris. A pickup of 15.
There's Callaway behind, and they hide him, and then it just comes down and snaps the route off. Oh, by Jameis Winston, and a nice catch. Sean Payton, he believes in diversity to utilize his weapons. He wants to mitigate your weaknesses and take advantage of what you have, your strengths to the quarterback. I don't know until last week that he really had done that yet with Jameis Winston. His strength is obviously his arm strength. Turnovers for Taylor Heineke.
And this Saints defense, boy, the takeaways that they've had already this season. Winston to the air. That's a completion. Good drive starter as he finds Adam Troutman for the first time today. So P.J. Williams already his 2nd interception of the season. Winston's 3rd down pass. Wide open is Callaway. And the Saints build on their lead. Jameis Winston with a 12-yard strike. And Callaway was all by himself.
Miscommunication by this defense. It's plagued them all year long. Callaway lined up inside at the slot. He doesn't do anything special. He just runs out here like this. And watch this miscommunication by this defense. Nobody steps outside, and that's an easy throw and catch for the Saints.
Marquez Callaway putting together some kind of a performance. Had the Hail Mary touchdown to close the half as the Heineke pick comes back to haunt Washington. Winston to Callaway, and it's an 11-point Saints lead.
Team down, eat up clock, get first downs, and protect the ball.
Winston's 2nd down pass complete. That's Kenny Stills. Was a late addition to this team, signed to their practice squad after their season opening game. He's a couple of inches short as he picks up 6.
We saw earlier 4th and 2. Sean Payton decided not to go for it. 3rd and short, same thing. Without Taysom Hill, it changes what they wanted to do on these 3rd and 4th and shorts.
Quarterback keeper Winston needed the 35.
Oh, it's going to be really close.
Where the official's going to mark the football. Did his forward momentum get him the yardage he needed? They're short. Inches short.
Wow, what does Sean Payton decide to do? Do they get up to the line and run the same play?
Well, we saw Ron Rivera roll the dice earlier. 4th and inches.
You don't have your normal center, Eric McCoy. He got hurt in the Green Bay game. Cesar Ruiz has been in there.
By Jameis Winston have been really the story for this offense. First a 72-yarder to Deontay Harris. Breakdown on the back end of that Washington secondary. And this was the final play of the first half. A Hail Mary, Marquez Callaway, as Winston's prayer answered. And Sean Payton leaving his offense on the field. Jay, how about this?
It's a gutsy call if they go for it. He lined up like this before and tried to draw him off sides on 4th down.
Winston, first down, Saints.
Yeah, you got it.
What a call by Sean Payton. Both of these head coaches trying to galvanize their teams at a fresh set of downs for the Saints.
It's an aggressive coaching staff, a staff that's been here for a long time together, trying to protect Jameis Winston.
Play action from Jameis, going to sling it. Wide open is his man. It's Troutman. All the way down to the Washington 32-yard line as Jameis Winston delivers a strike.
What a creative play call. Look at this design. They kind of hide Troutman in here. He's going to be right here. You see all the other guys with him, and then he's just going to work his way across the field. They max protect to give Jameis Winston time, and Troutman leaks out. What a great play design. That is the hallmark of Sean Payton. Creative play designs. Nobody gives you more unique, different groupings, personnel groupings than Sean Payton. That's what makes it so tough to go against this offense.
Winston faking. Kamara, first down and more. He's in. Touchdown. 19 yards on the catch and run. And the Saints punch back.
What a beautiful play design again. Thinking you're going to keep the ball on the ground, so you go play action, something we talked about at the very beginning of the game, needing to use more play action. Just watch Kamara here as they go fake the run to him, and then he's going to sneak out and then quickly get him the ball. You get the matchup that you like. Washington again poor in recognition of who has the receiver, who has the running back.
Jameis Winston, who had 5 touchdown passes. That point after no good, by the way. So that'll stay at an 11-point game. Winston has had games of 5 touchdown passes and now 4 in this one. Putting the 2 turnovers behind him. And you go back to the decision by Sean Payton on 4th and 1 from their own 34-yard line.
Gutsy call. You're sitting there and you just watched Washington go down on your defense. Or Sean Payton, hey, we're going to have to win this game at some point, and right now is that point. And then a couple of beautiful play designs by Sean Payton and Pete Carmichael. Getting the ball to your playmaker, Kamara, and getting the touchdown.
Sean Payton, one of the brilliant offensive play callers that we have ever seen. And you just think of all the pieces he's missing, Jay.
Yeah, it's amazing.
We sound like a broken record, but you lose Taysom Hill today. Deontay Harris, the hamstring injury. All the guys that they're missing already. No Michael Thomas.
They've been conservative, but he told us it's just win. That's how we're measured. It doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter what. Find a way to win the game. They've made big plays today, even though this Washington team had many opportunities to blow it out. They had great field position. They weren't able to take advantage of it. The Saints have made the plays.
Oh, you think it's funny, huh? I see your niggas laughing. Oh, you think it's funny, huh? Oh, we should have my conversation, talking one-on-one. You try to have your conversation with the other ones. Yeah, I need you all on my own. It's getting hard cause I've been all alone. Ain't been the same since you left me alone. Ain't been the same since I left you at home. I think I got another banger on my head, yeah, yeah. I had to switch it up cause you know I'm the man, yeah, yeah. I told her that I can fly like Peter Pan, yeah, yeah. She gon' play your heart just like it's on the man, yeah, yeah. And I see how niggas asking for a handout. I'll wrap your heart in this a rap now. It don't make no sense, it wasn't planned out.